and welcome to another The Football History Boys video on YouTube. Today we are predicting the knockout stages of the Euros because the group stage has just finished. So we thought before we start with the predictions, we have a little review of the group stage and what we think and who the best teams were, any surprises, any shocks, any disappointments. So what have you got ready for us?
Well, we did predictions pre-tournament. You can go and have a look at them. I felt a little bit justified in some of them now.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, we said maybe Croatia would struggle at last, and they did so. And there's a couple of other ones there we looked at, and do look back at that. So now though we've seen the group stage. It's been brilliant. I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, parts of it.
Yeah,
most of it.
Okay. So what would you say for you the best game has been so far? Best
game. The opening game I quite enjoyed.
I loved the opening game.
Germany-Scotland.
Yeah.
It was a great performance. The atmosphere was great. That was a good one. The Austria-Netherlands second half was good yesterday.
Yeah.
The first half was pretty bad.
Yeah. I think the opening game of a tournament is always class.
I know which I liked.
Go on.
I liked the Georgia-Turkey game.
Yeah.
That was great. End to end.
Couple of good ones. I think for Scotland fans, probably that first game was a nightmare. But
yes,
it was class as an opening game to get a load of goals, to get a shock. Sort of, you didn't expect Scotland to get beat that badly. People were talking about maybe Scotland would catch them cold, sort of thing, but it wasn't the case. Okay, who's your player of the tournament so far?
Hard one, that one.
Really hard.
I'll go for. I see a Spanish player or German. Yeah. Musiala's been really impressive.
Musiala's mine. Yeah.
And so has the whole
Spain
team. Yeah,
Fabian Ruiz has been very good.
Really good.
Yeah, obviously that midfield is quality, and you expect someone like Rodri maybe to stand out because of how good he is in the Premier League. Fabian Ruiz has been brilliant.
Could have scored a screamer as well into the game as well. Yeah, I think I'll go for those two. Ruiz and Musiala.
Yeah, Musiala's brilliant. Had a quiet third game, but so did Germany. Really,
they were already through, weren't they?
Yeah. Best group, favourite group.
Let's have a look at these groups then. Group D, I think the end result in Austria winning it is a good surprise. I think that was quite a good group. I think you know what? Group F, I think now had the best games.
I think
we've just seen Turkey against Czech Republic
and
again
got fiery
in the Euros. 18 yellow cards, 2 reds. That was probably the best group for the football. Yeah. Late drama in the Portugal game, the first match.
Yeah.
Some really
couple of surprises was like Romania topping their group. You wouldn't necessarily call that as well.
So wouldn't have thought that at all. I think probably those two.
Okay, biggest surprise team, package at the moment.
Austria.
I think so. Yeah.
And Georgia.
Yeah. Same.
Georgia been really good.
Yeah.
Romania.
Yeah, people would never have called probably Romania topping their group, Georgia getting through in their first tournament and looking so good in doing so, and certainly Austria in that group. That would have been Wales' group, by the way, had we have been there.
We would have won the group.
Well, or thought maybe we'll get something against Austria, and
we could have been that first team out.
Yeah.
We could have been the Poland.
Yes, we could have been. France, Netherlands, obviously both good sides, particularly France. Yeah. But Austria top the group. They definitely
France haven't hit second gear yet.
They haven't hit their straps yet. No, and there's a couple of sides that haven't, and neither have England. So I suppose into that, then what's your biggest disappointing team?
Disappointment
team-wise.
Well, I think I can't say England. Well, I'm not disappointed because I'm Welsh, but also England have topped their group.
Okay.
I mean, if that was Wales, I'd bite your hand off. Disappointment. I'd say Scotland were disappointing. Yeah. They were really bad. They were really poor to watch as well. I'd say Netherlands. They've been disappointing. They've been
far.
Pretty poor.
Yeah, coming third.
Not been impressed with
only
it.
There for the virtue of the third best team.
Serbia. We said they were going to go through a second in that group.
Oh, did we?
And they struggled. Dreadful.
Really struggled.
Yesterday they're heading out and they didn't even let them try.
Yeah. I think Scotland have been a massive disappointment in terms of you qualified. They've never got out of a group stage. Here, 4 of 3 of the third best teams get through. Really, 16 out of 24 teams are qualifying. You've got every chance. As good as Scotland are on paper, and granted, not all their players are, but some of these players are.
Switzerland have been good, mate.
Yeah. So it's been a real mixed bag, I think, so far. And Scotland and England will both be disappointed. I would have thought with how it's gone so far. Okay, final one then before we do our predictions. Favourites to watch, most enjoyable to watch so far. Spain, yeah. A lot of people thought maybe they'd have a like rebuild sort of thing, or the early phase of a new cycle.
Reminiscent of that 2018 more than 2012. They've been a lot more punchy and quick and fast. Lamine Yamal, 16
is mad,
insane, and Nico Williams in the other wing. As they've both been outstanding.
Austria as well have been obviously brilliant.
Beyond Ralph Rangnick, great manager.
Obviously in British terms, certainly for Man United fans, criticise him, he's rubbish. So he came in as a tactician, he came in as a guy who's going to rebuild the club, and obviously it was United who were the problem. Surprise, shock there. I think it's been really interesting. And Germany as well, I've really enjoyed watching the Germans. I love the Germans. I think, I always cheer on the Germans in some ways in terms of the history that we've talked about and how important they are and impressive they are in world football. Again, they're good to watch. Okay,
always good to watch.
Let's do our predictions then. Starting in a couple of days' time.
Round of 16. So, match 37 of the tournament. It will be Germany against Denmark. The hosts against their neighbours to the north, Denmark. Denmark haven't been impressed much, really. They kind of play their usual stodgy football and get there. I think Germany get comfortable win there 2-0. Okay, match 38. This could be close. Switzerland, Italy. Now, the last Euros, Switzerland knocked out France at this stage. On penalties. They drew 3-3. They came back for 3-1 down, drew, won on pens. Italy, of course, won the last Euros. Italy are funny. You can never write Italy off, can you? My dad was just saying, wasn't he?
Really poor in terms of
but then they still get that.
But they do get through, and they did against
battered by
Croatia.
They lost 1-0 to an own goal,
and they late goal against Croatia too.
I don't know about this.
It's a tight game, but Switzerland looked brilliant. Switzerland were really good against Germany.
Switzerland.
Let's do Switzerland. I think there's a shock on the cards. There often is.
Let's go to Spain, Georgia. I think Georgia have had a fantastic run, but I think this is where their story ends.
Quality.
I think today beating Portugal.
I
think Portugal already through. They probably had their foot off the gas a little bit. And Spain have won all 3 games so far and have looked pretty imperious. I think Spain comfortably win that.
They changed their whole squad in that third game, and they were still brilliant.
Spain through. Right, England, Slovakia. Well, England haven't impressed. They've been absolutely dreadful. The Iceland game pre-tournament was a bit of a sign that things might not be so good. Tactically, they've got their squad depth is ridiculous. But we said before tournament, if they're not going to do it, it's going to be from the manager. Does not know how to get the best out of his team.
No, not at all. It's ridiculous really when you look at it. They've got the Bundesliga top goal scorer in Harry Kane. They've got the best player in La Liga and possibly the world.
Premier League with Phil Foden
Bellingham, and then Foden for the Player of the Year. And it's just rubbish. It's terrible. They look tired, but I think you listen to various pundits and podcasts and things like that, and they say they look tired because they're not playing well. If they were playing well, they wouldn't look tired. They would, the tiredness is an excuse when you're not playing well.
It's not like, and obviously the Euros, the quality is better, even though some of those teams are a bit lower. The World Cup, they'll have Iran or Panama who they can just stick 6 past, and they have that feel-good factor. We're doing really well. But here, the teams, they played England before, they know them. Slovenia could have won that themselves against England. Denmark could have done better as well, and the Serbia had their chances too. So I'm thinking they will beat Slovakia.
I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty confident they will. I don't want them to.
Slovakia beating Belgium.
I think it's going to be a rubbish game again. It's going to be possibly a 1-0.
It's going to be a terrible game.
But let's look 2021, Euro 2020, but in 2021, they struggled in the group. They did really. They only scored 2 goals in that group. 0-0 with Scotland, wasn't it? Just about scraped past Croatia and Czech Republic, as it was Czechia. Very similar. There's every chance with the run that we're going to see in a minute. They're going to come into the tournament as it goes on, which
worrying.
No one wants.
Portugal, Slovenia. I think Portugal, that one.
Have looked brilliant. Portugal, and they again changed their whole squad against Georgia and lost, but they have the right to change their squad because they won the game. They were brilliant.
Now this is the tie of the round, you'd say on paper. France, Belgium. Although I think this will be comfortable for France.
Neither side have really hit full gear, but France have looked a lot better than Belgium have. Lukaku could have had 3 goals. All 3 have been ruled out. Terrible for those doing Euro Fantasy. We've captained him a couple of times. But
you captain Lukaku?
Crazy. You can change your captain per day.
Okay.
And I did in this final group game, and he did nothing. I think France win it. Mbappe's back now with a mask on.
That's gonna be all the children in school now coming in wearing a mask.
Like a ninja.
Romania, Netherlands. Not as cut and dry as I'd have said before the tournament.
No.
Because Romania have been impressive.
They have.
They play good football. They're quite attacking. The fans are fantastic. But I do think in knockout football, the Netherlands will wake up and 2-0 or something.
Yeah, and Romania again far exceeding perhaps expectations. A lot of people who you hear talk about.
We said they go through
Romania. Yeah, people have talked about it. They're complimentary. They were brilliant in
not as
qualifying.
top of the group though.
No, you wouldn't have called that. And they've been rewarded with quite a tough tie actually. But I think they win. Netherlands win that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Austria too. This could be a really good game.
Possibly quite fiery as well again.
Well, yeah, Turkey might have missed a few players now, but I think this will be a really good match to watch. But Turkey impressed me in the first game when they were scoring those wonder goals.
Yeah.
They've not been as good since. Austria have been impressive the whole way through.
Yeah.
I think Austria win this one.
Top the group of death. They've looked really good. Let's back Austria.
Okay, right. Moving on to the quarterfinals. Okay, this is where we got some fantastic ties. We have Germany versus Spain first. This is hard.
That's mad for a quarter-final, isn't it?
That is a fantastic quarter-final, though. I'm really not sure, though. Germany have the home advantage. This is what I think the final should be. Spain have been outstanding. This is what I'm thinking. Right. Both got quite young squads too, with a bit of experience put in there to like Cruz and Rodri. As a Spanish side too young.
Does it come undone a little bit?
When it comes to the nitty gritty, there's no other group games to fall back on.
Yeah.
Does this mean they struggle against Germany?
Yeah.
That's a home advantage.
It could be a really tight game. This really nervy. I hope it's not. I hope it's free flowing and beautiful football and really exciting. But it could be one of those games that is built up really heavily, but actually they're both really quite.
Lamine Yamal can't play past 11 p.m. He's too breaking the laws in Germany. Oh, let's come back to that one. Right.
No, we got to decide. It's the first game. I think Germany do it.
Okay, I'll go with you then.
Against the odds. Against the it's
that's a cracking match though.
They lose the possession battle, but they win it with like full crew with a late header or something like that.
We'll do another video, quarter-final predictions, before that, after we've seen how they both play in the last 16. Right, Portugal, France. Ooh, Portugal got a fantastic team on paper, so France, but I think France edged this one.
This is really tight.
Portugal I haven't played them. They impressed in the Turkey game.
Yeah.
3-0. They didn't impress in the Czech game. They had most of the play, but didn't create loads. France
Bruno Fernandes hasn't done a huge amount
in the first game. They very boring against the Netherlands.
And then didn't beat Austria either.
And didn't beat Poland.
Poland, sorry. Yeah.
Ooh.
Tight, innit? Tight one, this.
I think people will say France, but most people Portugal though.
I think France, but I wouldn't be surprised if Portugal win it at all. I would not be surprised.
Okay, France, Netherlands, Austria, a repeat of the game from the groups. Ooh. That was a 3-2 as well. That's good. That's funny how they play each other already. I think, do you have to go Austria? Do we then, or do Netherlands will
have they clicked into gear?
And with Koeman, I think the Turkey game could take a lot out of Austria.
Okay.
Or I think that's more of a comfortable win for the Netherlands.
Okay.
And will that help them? Do they have a greater squad depth? Although Austria made changes to that before that game. They didn't start Baumgartner, they didn't start Lima.
Yeah.
And he still won.
And
Sabitzer he's been one of the best players tournament as well.
Yeah. It just feels like, and I'd love Austria to win this. But that team you get behind, other than I suppose Greece did it, 2004, Denmark 92, the team you get behind that everyone's favourite sometimes let you down at that last bit. Wales, I suppose, in our terms, when it was us who were doing it, and similar.
This game's got penalties written all over it.
Yeah, it has. You're right. 2-2. So 1-1 normal time, 2-2 extra time.
Do you want to go Netherlands?
I don't want to go Netherlands. I want to go Austria, but I think Netherlands do it.
Right.
I think the Netherlands do it.
Okay, and then England, Switzerland, the battle of the crosses. We've got the red cross and the white cross. England's. Yeah,
England do it.
Just about. Okay.
And England's into another semi-final.
Okay, semi-final stage. Germany against France and Netherlands against England. So, again, one half of the draw stronger than the other. Germany, France. Ooh, this is so hard. Both had hard quarterfinals as well. Once had Spain, once had Portugal. It could easily be a Spain-Portugal semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
That's good as well.
Or Germany, Portugal, or Spain, France.
So whatever time.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Or it could be a Georgia,
Denmark,
Slovenia. Okay, right. Germany or France? I think it's a toss of a coin, isn't it? I think France have got a fantastic 11. Germany have the
home advantage,
and let's do 3, 2, 1 and say what you think.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. France.
There we go.
France. Oh, right. Okay.
But I'm not convinced by it. But yeah.
Oh.
It's relying on them to grow into the game, isn't it? Into the tournament.
France.
Yeah.
Okay, I think France. Yeah, I think they will grow into it.
Yeah.
Okay, Netherlands, England. KG.
I think you can win it.
Yeah, but what are you basing that on?
Just fear.
You just have a fear of England winning it. They've
been terrible. They've been absolutely
awful.
terrible.
So Netherlands, but
England doing a Portugal.
So
England doing a 2016 Portugal. That's what I worry about. And they scrape through these games and they win it. The Netherlands, I don't think are that good. It's the Netherlands.
Can I see Netherlands making the final? No. So let's put England. So you've been England in the final twice now. We did it on our first predictions, but they were playing Germany, so we could have had a repeat of it, which would have been good because our predictions would have come true-ish. Right, France, England in the final. I don't think England will beat France. No. I think this is a France win then. Yeah. France to win their third
tournament in a row.
And you can see by the other people who've done this, France are edging it. 24.
It's not third in a row actually, is it? 2 World Cups and Euros. Yeah, but even so, a spell of dominance in European football, world football.
Well, it would be Euro final 2016.
Yeah. 2018 World Cup.
2018 World Cup win. 2022 World Cup final.
Yeah.
And they win this as well. France then. So our prediction has changed. We originally said Germany to win it. Now we're going with France. However, it could easily be Germany.
It could easily be Germany. I've loved watching Germany play. I hope it's Germany. If it's not,
it could be England. I don't think it will be England.
Yeah.
I just cut. If they do it, fair enough to them because they
look so bad.
Shocking.
They look so bad. It's funny because I've heard so many people flip on England now. People who have been so pro Southgate over time on podcasts, things like that, I listen to and Twitter and things like that. And people now are actually starting to go, his time is up. And I think his time is up. His time is definitely up.
Harry Kane obviously having to go at the media in his interviews.
Yeah.
The media are very not great in Britain, are they? And if you go against them, they all.
But actually, I totally disagree with him there as well in terms of the media's role. He said, Declan Rice, certainly in the ITV interview, in his opinion, the media during a tournament should only say positive.
I know, it's bad, that, isn't it?
That's insane. That's not the case. I get it. Like, build us up. But they not, they should. He said Saka should be being built up as one of the best left wings in the world, or right wings in the world. Foden should be being built up as one of the best players in the world. It's like, no, they have been
before.
They have. I'm sick of it. Tell me that. As a Welshman, I've seen these players be built up, and what we're seeing now, and what I liked from the Linekers, the Michael Richards, people like that during the game, was actually they were watching it and go, "This is terrible," because it was terrible. But I think there's every chance with how nice that one half of the draw is for England. I think they can still go deep. I don't think they win it though against whoever gets there. So those 4 teams that we say it could be Portugal,
France,
Spain.
Yeah, I think one of
Germany
those 4 will
France
win it. Won't they?
I think so.
Okay, fantastic.
Loving it. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Marks out of 10 for this Euro so far.
I think you'll rate it lower than me slightly. Actually, I'm enjoying it more at this point than I was the World Cup at this point. But I know the last round of group games of the World Cup was class.
That's what obscured people's opinion on that World Cup
and boosted it because I remember we had conversations on podcast things like that when we were talking about it. That I really wasn't enjoying the World Cup group.
No, I'm going to say 7 so far.
Yeah, I can agree with a 7. I think there's definitely room to
improve.
I'd have it in
good.
Yeah.
Good. Not excellent.
Potential to push into excellent, depending on these games.
It started off really well, but it's gone down. There's been a few 0-0s recently.
Yeah, there has.
It's gone poor.
I love a summer tournament though, I tell you what.
Oh, it's better.
If only we were there, eh? And the times, yeah. Lovely times for the UK where we are 258. Oh.
Yeah, and Wales, no Rob Page now, so maybe next Euros will be there.
Yeah.
Happy days. Right. Let us know your predictions for the Euros. Who's going to win it? Who is going to be the surprise team? Let us know who your best player is, your best game, your best group, everything in those comments below. And let's try and get 100 likes in this video, and then we'll be all really happy.
Hey.
Fab. Enjoy the rest of the Euros. We'll see you again for the next one very soon.